While the Indian government gleefully announced that 3 new airlines have got no objection certificates recently, the fact remains it was more of a posture from the Civil Aviation Minister that the government is encouraging more airlines after the Indigo fiasco earlier in December, and the general resentment amidst the public against the existing duopoly of Air India and Indigo. All 3 new airlines have been talking about starting operations for some time now, but still have to get the air operator permit, start operational logistics like route planning, getting them sanctioned in schedules, and starting ticket bookings. In fact, reports say one of them, Al Hind, has already asked its staff to go on unpaid leave due to financial crunch. Shanghai, which actually got its NOC earlier, is yet to make any announcement, its latest social media post cryptically saying silence isn't empty, it's preparation. The third one, Air Kerala, made its last LinkedIn post 8 months ago when it had its office inaugurated in Kochi, Kerala. It isn't surprising considering the vagaries of the aviation business in general and how India particularly has been a graveyard of airlines. It's a business fraught with razor-thin margins that any overindulgence, here's looking at you Dr. Malya, could send you into lethal turbulence. Anything from cost of fuel to political or social turmoil can be devastating. Remember how COVID grounded the world's airlines, bleeding many of them to the ground, or how a short flare-up between India and Pakistan this summer led to Air India losing hundreds of crores since it had to take a longer route to avoid Pak airspace. Yes, but despite all that, there have been some airlines that have swum against the tide, coming out with a stellar record of profits. Very quickly, let's look at the diverse reasons that made them work and work spectacularly. Of course, we cannot but start with one of the 2 airlines that still fly the flag of superior luxury and flying experience, even in this age of low-cost supremacy. One is of course Singapore Airlines, but we will today look at Emirates because of one simple feat: how the airline turned a desert wasteland into the busiest international hub in the whole wide world. The Dubai guys were clueless that when Emirates started in the mid-80s, they had to take help from Pakistan's then established PIA or Pakistan International Airlines, right from technical assistance, leasing aircraft, and even crew. Compare that to today, Emirates is one of the world's leading airlines, profitable and constantly coming on top or near the top of the world's best airlines list, while PIA, on the other hand, is on the block, having just been sold to a private investor a few days ago. So how did Emirates manage it? Well, they started with 2 advantages. One, the fact that the tax-free regime in the UAE meant that fuel was cheaper, while Dubai's strategic position between primary feeder markets like Australia, the Indian subcontinent, North Africa, and Europe meant Dubai could position itself as a convenient transit point on long international journeys. The airport's alluring duty-free shopping, I'm talking of the 80s, 90s, and the 2000s, doing its part as well. Note also that while Emirates went the whole hog with showers in first class on its A380s, luxury experiences in business class, and quality pampering in economy class, it also ran a tight ship. For all its size, the aircraft uses only 2 aircraft types, B777s and A380s. It just recently started buying A350s and has ordered many of Boeing's new models, but that's recent, which seriously helps in reducing upkeep and maintenance costs. Which, as you see, is a common thread for our 2 low-cost models of success, India's Indigo and Europe's Ryanair. The notorious Ryanair uses only Boeing 737s and has a philosophy of charging for everything. You pay for an affordable ticket and rest, everything from seat selection to meals to baggage, you pay extra. The airline is notorious for its hard landings, which social media users allege is a standard protocol since hard landings help in saving fuel. Even with its level of notoriety, the absolute nadir was when its CEO suggested once that if the authorities only allowed him, he would love to charge passengers for using toilets on planes, and they can fly standing, paying extra money if they wanted to sit on a chair. Or maybe it was brilliant marketing, you never know. India's own hero to villain Indigo has taken a lot out of Ryanair's playbook, and then some. While it adopted the low-cost model of charging for preferred seats and meals, it really does not have the cost advantage of Ryanair in Europe, where it flies from less costly secondary airports. Since multi-airport system is just about becoming a reality in India, with just 3 destinations, Goa, Mumbai and Delhi NCR, having flight operations from more than one airport. But what Indigo did smartly was to make huge aircraft orders from Airbus, thereby getting them at a hefty discount, which it then proceeded to sell off to plane leasing companies and then leasing them back, making profits even before starting operations. Indigo also used one single aircraft type to reduce maintenance costs, the Airbus A320, until it expanded its international operations in recent years. And talking of innovative ways to make an airline business work, how can we even ignore Richard Branson, that flamboyant owner of the Virgin Group, who famously quipped once, "The quickest way to become a millionaire in the airline business is to start off as a billionaire." Well, Branson hasn't done badly for himself. You know how he started his successful Virgin Airways and Virgin Atlantic with almost no money? First, he took advance bookings for flights months in advance. That too using his own Virgin group of companies, including the Virgin megastores across the UK and elsewhere, so that he didn't have to pay commissions to travel agents. And then he used that money to pay for fuel and vendors, and then bought at a massive discount a second-hand plane from Boeing that was lying unused. Not bad, huh? Branson's done well for himself with Virgin Atlantic and its subsidiary Virgin Australia, both turning profits running into multiple millions this year. So maybe, just maybe, there is hope in the horizon for the new debutantes in the Indian aviation sector. For the sake of the Indian passenger, let's just hope they are dexterous enough to survive the competition and, like the 4 examples we just went through, think out of the box to come up trumps.